Hello, welcome to Frank Talk TV with Coach Jackson. I can normally say husband to one wife, father of two kids, a businessman, a preacher, a minister in songs, and I'm just privileged to be your host. In Frank Talk TV, we'll talk about life, relationships, real life issues, sex, politics, religion, and money. For the past few seasons, one of our presenters, Darlington Stone Hoimai, he talked about single ladies and marriage. So I want to take a little cue from what it talked about, and I want to talk about before you get married. Most times you're dating someone, you're going out here and there, and we don't ask basic questions. There are some basic questions that you need to ask before you ever get into marriage. I'm married and I know what marriage is about. You see most of our celebrities getting divorced, most of our big time pastors getting divorced. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not here to say what or say this or say that was wrong. No, that's you. But I just want to talk to those who are about to get married and those who are married who want to stay married. There are some basic things you should know and basic things you should ask before you get married. Hey girl, hey guy, you're going out. Hey girl, ask him, do you have a job? Oh yeah, ask him, do you have a job? Because without money, I'm telling you, your marriage is gonna hit. You're gonna have issues. I love him, I love him, I love him. He doesn't have money. I tell you the truth. When you marry him, then he doesn't give you money. You're gonna see a lot of trouble in that marriage. Question number two you should ask: do you have a body odor? Does your mouth smell? Yes. Perhaps you're a clean person and you're dating someone who has body odor, who has mouth odor. There's trouble. You must be vigilant. You must be observant. You must be observant. You must take note of some basic things. Another question you should ask him: do you have a house? Or are you staying with mommy? Are you a mama's boy? These are vital questions you should ask. You should ask your last relationship, what happened? Or how many relationships have you had in the number of years you've lived? Take for example, the guy is 35 and it tells you he has had 30 relationships. You better take a run for your life. Or take for example, the girl is 23 or 28 and she tells you she has had 20 relationships. You better take a run for your life because you're gonna hit the rocks. Another question you should ask is, what's your HIV status? Yes, what's your HIV status? Do you have a disease? Another question you should ask is, what's your take on sex? Now, sometimes we find it difficult because of church and all that to talk about sex, but let me tell you the truth. Some say it's we're gonna arouse each other, you're gonna be aroused. You could talk about sex in an eatery, you could talk about sex in a cinema where you're just having movies or you're just eating in a restaurant. You could talk about sex as in, I like to know your take or your stand on sex. You have some very active people when it comes to sex, and you have some very people who are just cool and reserved when it comes to sex. Now, some like to experiment and some don't. So take for example, you're the type who likes to experiment, and you now meet a girl who doesn't like to experiment, and you say because of love you want to get married, you're in trouble because sex will bring you trouble. Ask questions like that. Ask questions like, are you a mommy's boy or daddy's boy? Oh, for the guys, learn to ask the woman, can I see you first thing in the morning without makeup? Because makeup nowadays is kind of like a big deceit. You could get married to the most beautiful girl in the world right now. You wake up tomorrow morning, she is what you call ujuju. Can I see you without makeup? Do you like to wear human hair or you like to wear normal wigs? If you like to wear human hair, I can't afford 350,000 naira because I know what my income is. Ladies, learn to ask the guy, what's your income ratio to your debt ratio? You should know what it makes. You should know what is owing because you're going to get into the marriage with that guy. Ladies, learn to know what your man does for a living. Oh, some people have gotten married to Yahoo boys, some have gotten married to 419s, some have gotten married to armed robbers, some have gotten married to ritualists, and they never knew because they were moved by the iPhones and the tabs and the trips to Dubai and the trips to the cinema and the buying of all this and all that. They were moved by all that, forgetting to ask the vital question, what is it you really do? Now, most times girls don't want to stay with a guy who is just hustling genuinely and because he doesn't have all the money. Let me tell you the truth. It's better you stay with a guy who's hustling genuinely and he will grow up to become a great person. Stay with a guy who got a vision. Don't be moved by the posh car. Some days ago I saw on the internet, on the news about a young doctor who has been defrauding people and he was caught. Now take for example, that doctor has a girlfriend. He was defrauding people. He would go buy a car, very expensive car, and he would send a fake alert, and he was caught. Right now he's going to jail after defrauding people from Canada and all that. What about saying he has a girlfriend and maybe the girlfriend never asked him, hey, what's up? How do you really make your money? Hey ladies, learn to ask vital questions. What is your most prized possession? Ask the guy, what is your most prized possession? What do you value the most? When you tell you what he values the most, then you know the place you stand in his life. Learn to ask vital questions. It's not all about ice cream, cinemas, iPhone, this, do this and do that, or Snap. No, it's not all about that. It's not about Instagram and all that. It's all about your future, because you want to build a future with this person. So you got to be very vigilant, because once you say I do and you want to stay as I do, you're going to go through a lot. Most of the things you never saw, you're going to see it now. So if you don't ask questions now, you're going to ask them later, and by that later might be so late. What am I telling you out there today? For all of you who want to get married, all of you who are married already, you can still ask yourself vital questions. What are your most prized? What are the secrets you keep? Are your secrets safe with me? Hey girl, have you done prostitution before? Hey guy, do you have a police or a criminal record with the police? Can you be truthful to me? Can you open up to me? Now, these things I'm telling you, you must be very certain that this person, you have actually developed a mutual relationship for you to begin to open up. You don't just open up on a first date or a second date. All this is I'm telling you is going to take you time. Now, sometimes we say we met the brother in church. Yes, I know all that. We met a sister in church. Hey, brother, sister, you can also meet the devil in church too. You can also meet the witch in church. Not because you met them in church makes them all godly. No. You should ask questions like, where does your faith stand? Where do you stand in faith with God? Where do you stand in faith with God? Are you, take for example, you cannot have a Muslim go marry a Christian. Though they say it works, I know it works for some, but to me, you're two different faiths, two different beliefs. How do you merge that together? It's very important for every single out there to know these things I'm saying. There are more things we're going to talk about, but for this season, these are some of the things you should ask. Hey girl, ask that guy, how long do you wear one boxers? Do you wear one boxer for 7 days? Hey guy, ask the girl, do you wear one panties for 7 days? How will a guy wear a girl wear pants for 7 days and a guy wear boxers for 5 days? How do you want to cope with that kind of person when you're married to him? When the guy takes off his shoes, does the whole place smell? You got to be vigilant. You go out with him today. He looks, one girl passes. He looks, another girl passes. He looks. Those are signs he's going to be a womanizer. But sometimes you also, because of love, you overlook it. You don't overlook such. Those are signs. Those are signs that are glaring. They are looking at you in the face. Or you go out to eat, he's in a restaurant, the way he shouts at the waiter and all that, their signs is going to beat you. Learn to push your man push him beyond, to see him get angry. Stop saying, he doesn't get angry at all. He doesn't get angry. She doesn't get angry at all. Sometimes push them beyond. Learn to see your man or your woman get angry while you're dating. Then you will know how they act. There are some men, there are some women, they can't handle disappointment. Learn to ask, how do you handle disappointment? Because we're going to meet disappointment in life, even in a marriage. These are few facts. I want to encourage you. Keep listening to Frank Talk TV. I want to encourage you, subscribe to our Facebook at Frank Talk TV. I want to encourage you, go on our Instagram at Frank Talk TV and follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. My name is Coach Jackson Oyibu, and I just love speaking frankly. We have more in our subsequent editions. We're going to talk about those things more and over again. Send in your questions, send in your talks, send in your contributions. We are welcome. You're welcome. We'll be glad to have you at every time and season. Use the things you learned. Stay blessed. I'll see you next time.